You must have surely watched thousands of channels on YouTube which tell you how to get rich, how to make $1 million, how to be super rich, how to own properties, and so on and so forth. If you use those principles, you are anyway not going to do anything. They say earn $10,000 in a month's time. How are you going to earn? Nobody knows how you are going to earn. You definitely need some guidance and understanding. So today we are going to talk about how to manifest wealth. Now, manifesting wealth means not just money. Wealth is not money. Money is a separate issue. But we will talk about money as well in this. So let us say we can start with this topic of how to manifest wealth. Now, you have seen a story of Warren Buffett where he wanted to create a lot of wealth for himself. What did he do? He first searched out the person who wrote that wonderful book. He went to the city of New York, tried to find him, then went to his place, wherever he came from, and searched him out. So first you got to know very well what you want. So if you want to create wealth, the one thing which you got to know is called intentions. Now whatever I'm going to tell you after this, even if you go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, it's going to tell you. I mean, are you really interested in that kind of a nonsense? Please understand, those are standard stuff which is thrown out in this world. And if you are really interested in that, you should go to ChatGPT or one of those AIs and ask the question. You will get an answer, of course. And you can use that answer. But to really make wealth out of it, I don't think it is possible. So let us come to this first. The 4 rules that we are supposed to follow. If you really want to create wealth, the first thing that you need to do is you need to have education. Have you noticed that all these great people in this world, the masters, people who own a lot of properties, they own companies, they own corporations, what do they do to their children? They send their children to some of the best schools in the world, where they get a formal education in finance and wealth management. Once they have this background, then the children come back. What is the next step that they do? The next step which they do is they apprentice under someone. See, you have to understand, even when J.R.D. Tata was there or Ratan Tata was there, he did not start right in the beginning in the office. These two actually went on the shop floor and studied everything for many years. Isn't it the same thing which Ratan Tata is doing to the next in line? So the next generation is also being trained in that manner. So first thing you got to know is you have to get the knowledge of wealth management, how to gather wealth, how to get this wealth and keep it for yourself, how to run these finances, what is finance all about. So get a formal education. Don't think that you can watch some videos and you can become rich. Sorry. You can become rich only for a short duration of time. After that, the wealth will go away. Whatever that you make is all going to go down the drain because you don't know how to retain it. And that is the reason why it is important to do something about it. So first, get educated. That is the formal education. Once you get formally educated from some of these great schools, or maybe you can read some books, but not one book, a lot of books. Then the next thing you got to do is find someone in your life who can be your guide and mentor, which means you have to again go back to a person who is going to take you through this journey. You will find that there are lots of people who made a lot of money on the stock exchange. What did they do? There are people who have set up huge corporations now. You will find that Zerodha, a company which you know about. Now, this company was started by two brothers and one geek. How did they do it? First, they went to the exchange and became brokers, sub-brokers. Then they learned the trade. They dirtied their hands in business. It is like if you want to learn about cars, you have to first go and see how the car is made, and then you have to go and learn from the mechanics and other places. You go down to the garage, learn everything over there. That's exactly what you got to do. If you really want to create this wealth, then you got to get help of someone who can teach you, and you have to be an apprentice under him. I will tell you an example of a person. Now, this gentleman, he is a very great cinematographer today. Now, what happened many years ago was he left his school and he told his brother that I am not interested in studying. His brother asked him, what exactly are you interested in? He said, I just want to learn photography. And when he said these words, his brother said, yes, then do one thing. You go and assist another person. And he became the fourth assistant in cinematography to a very, very big cinematographer. After 20 years, this person went on to wield the camera and became a great cinematographer himself. But it took 20 years. Education reduces that time factor. If you have a formal education in finance and wealth management, then you will reduce the number of years from 20 down to maybe 10. But that is important, isn't it? Because you need to get the theory cleared. After the theory, you need the practicals. And when you get this practical knowledge and information, then only you will learn a lot. Now, let us see how these apprentices work. First, you have to do all the dirty jobs that are there. That means you have to even get a cup of tea. You have to be an office peon. Does not matter. Give yourself that time to learn the intricate details of what is going on in that world. Then, what exactly are you supposed to do? Then the next step. There are so many things that you need to do after that. Suppose you want to get into trading. Then you have to get the licenses, you have to get permissions and so on and so forth. You should understand all these things. Once you understand from this person who is teaching you, the one that you are apprentice to, you will learn also how he makes his money. In every industry, it is more or less the same. So when you understand how he makes the money, then you will also be adept at making that kind of a money. Now, wealth management is something very strange. Now, when we talk of wealth management, like I said, it is not connected to money. Money is different, wealth is different. Now, wealth can be property also. It could be jewels, it could be gems, it could be paintings, it could be anything. Can you convert it into money? No, but when you have to buy that, you need money, correct? So when you buy something, you need the money. But once you have it as a tangible, as an object, or even an investment, then you don't need the funds. Take the case of Elon Musk. Elon Musk has a 400 square feet space for himself. And if you look at him, he may not have any money in his pocket. But he is the richest man in the world. How did he become that? It's a very simple technique which he used. The first company that he bought with the money that he got, he became a shareholder over there. And then that company rose up. The share price went up. So whatever his holdings were there, their value grew. And once their value grew, what did he go and do? He took debt. That means what, he went to the bank and he said, now my value is 1 billion. Can you give me 500 million? I'm just giving you a random figure. Please understand this. This is only for your understanding. So he took that money, which is not his own. Remember that. it is he's pledged his shares to someone, right? So are the shares his in paper? Yes. But do they belong to that bank or whichever institution? Yes. So now it so happens that he took this money and he bought another company. There he again made it profitable. Again his holding went up. Alright. So he must have bought say $500 million worth of shares. Today those value of that company would be billions. So his share value would have been a certain number of $1 billion. So again he goes and pledges the shares. Now in all this, does he pay tax? Well, if you have an income, you will have to pay tax. But he is taking debt. Debt is not taxable. So now you understand, he can create wealth. He can create a lot of companies. He can do a lot of things. But what he has done is really very unique. So if you look at even Warren Buffett, he may have 70 or 80 billion dollars. But what is that? That is not paper money. Please remember this. That is not paper money. It is money in the forms of shares and certificates and so on and so forth. Now, with that, he can definitely say tomorrow that I can give this to someone. Now, whenever you are doing that, you can bequeath those shares. You can do whatever you want to. So here, the understanding should be that you have to learn this from this master that you have gone to. The third point this is. So in that case, learn from this person, try to implement it, and also learn from the mistakes that happen along the way. If you've seen that the graph is not straight, it's going to be up and down. Naturally, whenever the person makes a mistake, you see to it that you don't make that mistakes again. Now, we come to the last point. Please understand what I said about Elon Musk and Warren Buffett and any other person that you wish to take. Don't own anything. If you have money, money is anyway going to fly away. What do you want to own? Well, you have to ensure that whatever that you have is in the form of a wealth. It is locked in the form of certain properties, certain things in this world. Alright? Then, why do these people form trusts? You'll see that there is Azim Premji Foundation, there is Infosys Foundation, there are so many foundations that are created. What are these foundations for? The foundations are where the money is not directly theirs. In the same manner, they can be a major shareholder in a company. The company it's a public corporation, but they own shares. Now the shares till you don't sell, you are not supposed to pay tax on it. But the day you sell them, then you are supposed to pay tax on it. So here, it's a foolproof plan. Always remember, whenever you have wealth, the wealth should never be for you. That means it should not be I, me, myself type of a wealth. The wealth is for others, right? Which means, look at the King of England. He is ruling a country. Can he say Buckingham Palace belongs to me, or this belongs to me, or that belongs to me? In reality, you will say, oh, it belongs to those monarchy. It may not belong to that king. It's an ancestral property. It has come down from the ages. Do you think they are going to sell Buckingham Palace? I don't think so. Nobody can sell. Now, in the same manner, you have to ensure that you are not running after this money. Money is a petty thing. It comes and it goes. So what you are here to is creation of wealth. Now, I hope you have understood this much so far. Now, till just now, I was telling you what is there in the world, the way how things have to be seen. Now, I will tell you from the perspective of what I teach my disciples. Now, this knowledge is not there in this world. We have a very simple formula. Now, in the world of spiritual, we say, create a sankalpa. Sankalpa means creating intentions. What is the intention? My intention is to help this world. Think about it. My intention is to help this world. I want to feed 1 billion people. Okay? I want to build a place which is for like an old age home. I want to educate 1 million children. You see this? This is called a good intention. The moment you create a sankalpa in your life, it becomes very firm inside of you because you have laid a fantastic foundation. Whatever sankalpa that you do, that sankalpa creates a strong foundation within you. Don't say, I want to, buy this property for my wife and children. And don't ever say that. Any which way, the whole world does that. But do you think all those great people from the past actually did this kind of a thing? No, I don't think any of those great kings or great people in the past, they never said, I want to build this for my wife or my children or for the family. No. You will find that there is a property, there is a place, there is a location, and there is a huge number of forts and fortresses and all that they built. They built it so that their entire institution can be there. The whole of the city, like Shivaji Maharaj, okay, Sri Ram, what did he do? He never said Ayodhya is mine. He said there are thousands of people staying in Ayodhya. Same way, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj said that there are so many thousands of people staying under this particular place. So I have to be a good king. It's not about ownership. Let me tell you again. So the sankalpa has to be very strong. And this sankalpa means how you lay this foundation, which is a very, very strong intention. Your intention is, this is what I got to do. Then you have something which is called vikalpa. Vikalpa means thought construct. Thought construct basically means that how do you go about reaching that destination? Do you understand? You have to dream of reaching that destination. So suppose you want to build a castle. How do you build it? Somebody has built the pyramids, correct? In the same way, somebody has built the Great Wall of China. How did they build it? Somebody must have really thought very hard on those lines, isn't it? So the sankalpa and vikalpa go hand in hand. So you create a beautiful story in your mind and you create a plan and you progress on the path. The first 4 steps which I told you is the way in which you will progress after that. But these 2 things you got to do first. So creation of wealth happens if you have a very strong sankalpa and then you have a very strong vikalpa. So sankalpa definitely is called intention, strong intentions. Vikalpa means a thought construct. Now I have given you this from the textbooks or the spiritual texts that I teach everyone. I also teach a lot of stuff how this thing can be created. Please understand, spirituality is not about taking the name of God and all those kind of things. Yes, that's a part of it. It's a part of doing the prayers and this and that. But think about it. If Vashishta Muni has taught Sri Ram something, what was it that he taught him? He taught him how to be the greatest king of all times. Did he say go to the jungle and become a sannyasi? No. In the same manner, Sri Krishna taught Arjuna. What did he say? Become a regent, own lands, properties, this, that, and become a great king. You own this entire thing. Not actually ownership. You are the king of this land. Same thing. Exactly the same thing. You will find that in all our historical books, all this data is available. And you have to take the right meaning out of it. Always remember this. So, now you have understood how to create this wealth. And also know that it should never be for I, me, myself. That means it should never have selfish intentions. The intentions are that you can help this world around. So we have come to the end of this particular episode. I hope you have liked it. So please subscribe to the channel and like it, so that I will be able to create more such videos for you. And I will intermingle the worldly knowledge along with this knowledge which I can pass on to you, which is kind of spiritual as well. I hope you have understood that I am not asking you to become a sannyasi or some such kind of a person. I am telling you, can you become that great person? That's it. Thank you.